Hello everybody and welcome back to Moneyball. Right, so off camera, it's been a really weird situation. We've had a lot of close games that we've got draws in, mainly, and against good sides though. Man City away draw, which was good. Off camera, I think we left off last was the 6-0 defeat, wasn't it, against United. Then we beat we beat Tottenham off camera, which was good. Then we lost at home to Arsenal, which wasn't so good. Then we drew with City away. West Ham, we beat at home. And then Burnley, we just drew with away. Now, we've made a few transfers, which is good because it's made a huge difference. First signing is Moneyball Transfers. Now, he's the striker we talked about a lot last episode. He came in for £5.5 million, and he came in and he scored straight away, get away to City. Now, he reminds me of like a Ben Diaz, but without the bad sort of player traits. And to be honest with you, he could be even quicker. The coach report says that he's got pace, possesses a fair amount of pace. So I think he could be a lot like Ben Diaz, but slightly better. So I'm really pleased he came in, and he actually came in and he scored when he played up front with Ben Diaz. So it's just nice to have like a third option. We've got Ben Diaz, who can just about play, Colin Grant, and then Moneyball Transfers. I managed to get Rice in the end. So the first time I tried to get him, his work permit got rejected. I went in for him again and tried to put the transfer off a little bit, give him a bit more wages, and he still got it rejected. So we did bring him in, and then I loaned him straight out, and he's gone out on loan to Austria. So we'll see how he gets on there. But look at his valuation. We bought him for £4 million, and he's now worth £44 million, 34 to £44 million. Like, what an unbelievable bit of business that could be. Like, if he's even close to being that good, even if he doesn't get that good and he ends up being worth 10 to 12 million, that's still incredible. That's a really good bit of business. So really pleased to have got him in. I just hope that he does well out on loan. I accepted all the offers that I could that had him down as a regular starter, and hopefully he does well in Austria and plays well for them there, because that could be a really important signing for us long term. And he looks like he could be the striker that runs him behind, which is something that we're always going to be looking for, I think, in our Moneyball series. Patrick William, now, he's somebody that we looked at a lot in the summer, and I looked at a lot as a centre-back, and I've been following him this year. And this year, what I noticed with him is a lot of centre-backs that bring it out from the back, for some reason, in coaching circles, if you do a coaching course, they'll differentiate between dribbling and running with the ball. They're two different things. In the game, dribbling seems to account, I think, for both. But it does seem to be heavily influenced by actually beating a player. So centre-backs that travel with the ball still aren't going to have much for dribbles per 90, but he actually has got a score for it. Most centre-backs don't even score on dribbles per 90. So before I noticed that he had pretty good tackle ratio, his pass completion was good, and he was good at dribbling from the backs. He was the mobile centre-back, is what we're looking at. So I looked at centre-backs again this year, and I thought, if I can get somebody for cheap, I'll bring them in, because next year they might come in as like our number 2 or 3 centre-back now, but next year they could be our number 4, which is fine, but I don't want to spend too much money on a number 4 centre-back next year. 4 out of 4, 2 for each position. So Patrick William came in for £3 million, and I felt like it was a good bit of business. He seemed to fit a lot of our criteria. He'll go in as a starter. I don't know if he'll start this. He probably will start this game, actually, yeah. And he's got brings ball out of defence, so perfect signing for us. Sada Thube, he comes in for only 500 grand. That was a really cheap transfer, and the reason I went for him is we're looking at wingers, and he ticks a lot of the boxes that we looked at last time, but in the scouting report it said that he would get a work permit. Now I don't really know why, but he got a work permit, so I decided to go for him, and 500 grand, I mean, it's a lot of wages, but same like next year, worst case scenario, he's our 4th choice winger, so 500 grand is definitely worth it. Aaron Donham, now I tried to sign him a couple of times. Both times it got rejected, the work permit. I brought him as a left winger that's going to play left back for us. This time it got rejected again, but I've actually brought him in anyway, and I'm just going to loan him out and hope that next year that we can get a work permit for him, and he can come in and be our, first choice or second choice left back going into next season. So that's what I brought him for. Again, like those 2 signings of the 2 Norwegian lads, I wouldn't have done that if we needed to spend money now, but I can't find anybody to spend money on to begin with. So I thought, may as well use it now, right? Get those players in for the future. Players out, you haven't really missed too much. A lot of players have got. One thing I've noticed, actually, we've actually done incredibly well in terms of making profits on players. Even if we just start with the recent January transfers, Matt Clark, we just sold him for £3.5 million. We bought him in on a free transfer. So, that was a great bit of business. Van der Bruggen, we brought him in for 1.9, sold him for 2.9. Admiral comes in for a free transfer, sold for £2.5 million. Adley Dack comes in for free transfer, goes for 100 grand. And you're up to date with the squad. Now, a bit of a change to the structure of the episode. We're supposed to play Southampton, but because we got FA Cup replay, they threw that in the middle, and I didn't really want to show you that. So I sort of just skipped that, and I've also already clicked through to start the game, so that's why it says match at that ready to go. So I haven't started the game yet. We've just got through to the dressing room ready for the pre-game team talk. So that's where we're sort of at for today's episode. The team for today's game is going to be Colin Grant. So this is what I was saying about. I didn't really mention about Cruz, but Cruz hasn't really been a net positive for us. He's been like a net, neutral, because Colin Grant is out for 5 months. So we had 3 strikers, now we're back to just really having 2. And that's why Josh Coyote hasn't left. I was going to sell him, but I wanted to keep him just in case we needed him. And that was before I got Theub in, so he probably could still go now, but we'll see. Yeah, so for today's game then, it's going to be Lumley in goal, Anet, Marvin, Ardian, and Nicholas at the back, Piero, Denor, Jones, Nunley in the middle, and then Cruz Diaz up front. In terms of players still to bring in, we've now got a winger, we've got a striker, we've got a centre-back, so potentially central field and goalkeeper, the 2 other things I might look at here, but that's it. It's proving to be very difficult to get the left-back at the moment. Assistant manager says, nobody's expecting us to get a result, to go out there and play without any pressure on you. Good. He's away from home, so this is a slight concern. It's a corner to the far post. Lunley saves it, and it's cleared away. It's Nunley and Lumley. He throws it into Smith Rowe. They're going to retain the ball here, Arsenal. It's going to be played across. Far post, Saka headed. It's over. So Arsenal got there and get revenge. I like that team talk. Lumley plays it to our left centre back who pings it clear. Yeah, do you know what? I probably should have. I wanted to play our new centre back for this game, and it saves it. The only reason I didn't is I wanted him to get off to a good start, and I felt like that he could end up on a bad match rating in this game. So we'll play these 2 for this game, and then we'll put him in probably for the next one. So we'll conclude the transfer win in this episode. Then we'll play the second game as well. Diaz gets the ball here after Cruz wins header. Diaz, the partnership. Oh, Diaz. On that note, actually, Ben Diaz has unlearned comes deep to get ball. So it'd be interesting to see how he gets on over the next few weeks and see if there's an uptake in his performances and results and goals in particular. Nothing's happened yet, and they hit it wide again to Arsenal. Right, first change, left back. Whoever plays there plays terribly. Ola probably should go in there next. He's the next one. Let's take off Ozai Jones and give Theub his debut. Let's take off Ben Diaz and throw on Fran Navarro up front. Oh no. Oh, there's a highlight last minute. Theub on the counter attack. Come on, Barnsley, play it through. Oh, he's giving it away. No. We're going to clear this, Marvin. No, it's going to be an Arsenal highlight by the looks of it. Cleared the far post. Odegaard's in and he scored. Devastating. And it finishes 1-0 to Arsenal. That's pretty gutting. Unlucky boys. It's hard to get too upset about it because it wasn't a game that I expected to get a result in. So it's a shame that had to happen so late. We're playing Norwich at home next. So what I'll do then is let's have a look at some potential players now. So the shortlist, I've still got players out on that. I pretty much, every left back you can see on this list, I've already tried to buy and I had a work permit rejected for them. So it's becoming frustrating on that front. You know what? Ain't going to matter. I just realised we haven't got any wages left. There's 36 grand behind. We're 36 grand in debt and wages. We were about to sell, I think it's Jerry Yates, so I brought back off loan to sell. But yeah. Just look at left backs at the transfer list. I've seen somebody here, 18 appearances. His dribbles per 90 is not too bad. His tackle win ratio is extremely good. He looks pretty good across the board here. And I thought, okay, what's interesting about him then? He's worth no money, but he was sold to Lille for 5.75 million in 2020. Because he's played for his country semi-recently, he might get a work permit. I think we'll take a chance on this. He's playing in I don't know what league this is. It's not even playable, so that's quite far down. Lille's B team. But he played... He was the first choice in the first year on FM. In our first season with Barnsley, he was the first choice left back. Didn't play very well. For average match rating anyway. I just want to see quickly then, what are we looking at here? We're going to do something slightly different. Not only are we going to go back 1 season, we're going to go back 2 seasons to look at his stats. I thought this is a class in it. Having the save file saved end of the season makes such a difference because we just go back and see. So in the first season, 2 years ago for us, he had a bad dribbles per 90. Look at Premier League stats. It's a bit below. Cross completion 24%. He's only at 22. Assists per 90 is slightly low because of that. But aerial challenges, we need 50. What do we need? 1. So no, he doesn't really hit anything. I mean, the only thing that he's sky high on is tackle win ratio. 90% is extremely high. For 38 starts as well. For 32 starts, sorry. It's incredibly good. But so he's way above on that, but he's slightly lower on the others. So on balance, he would be worth a free transfer. Because to be a backup left-back, if he's going to be slightly below on everything, but then really high on tackle one, that could be what we need. It's concerned. I don't know why he's so bad in the air. It could be that he's playing left wing back and it's messing up his stats a little bit. He's not playing as an orthodox left back. So I think on balance there, I think we're going to try that. We'll go and try and get him in. I'm so pleased some of these names are gone. His contract's at the end of the season as well. That's also why he's so cheap. I'm going to offer. I don't know. I don't understand. We are 60 odd grand behind in wages. We can still offer loads. He's taking 25 grand with no sign-on fee, no nothing else. We'll see how that works. I don't believe it. Our left back got a work permit as soon as he comes. Here we go, then Norwich at home. Now, the scouts or the coaches don't rate our new left back very much. And to be fair, his value hasn't jumped as much as other players do. So I don't think he can possibly be that good. But, I mean, he cannot play any worse and be as ineffective as the current player. So, I mean, 6.41. He can't do any worse than that, surely. So he's going to go in anyway. I'm also going to put in Patrick William for this game, and I'm going to take out... Marvin's got the second worst average ratings of the worst average rating of the three centre-backs, but... Let's have a look at this, actually. Take a look at these, just look at these two in particular. Which one would we drop? So Marvin's slightly better in the air, interceptions penalty, he's slightly ahead, tackle win is to Marvin. Key tackles is way in Marvin's favour. Yeah, I don't know, like, he's slightly more safe with the ball. Apart from that, I think Marvin wins pretty much everything else. Even team conceded per 90... close. So, because he's slightly better in the air and he's much better at tackling, I'm going to go with Marvin as well. That would put Patrick William probably then will then go as the right centre back still that I would put him in. Right then, so the team for today's game is going to... Oh, hang on, no, one more change. I'm going to take out Jones. I think he's so bad. He plays consistently shite every game, so I'm thinking we throw in Theube from the start and start him on the right. Although I just got the feeling he might do better on the left after watching him the last game, but we'll give him a go anyway. We'll see how he does starting on the right hand side. So the team for today's game then is going to be Lumley in goal, Aina, William, Marvin, and our new Croatian left back at the back. Payero, Denor, Theube, and Lumley in the middle, and then Cruz and Diaz up front. The manager says, go up there and put on a show. Here we go, the boys, big game. Come on, I want to see the new players do well, especially the left back. Just get like a 6.7, I'll be happy. Maybe a goal kick playing short. We'll go straight to our new left back. Don't give it away. Please don't give it away. Marvin plays it across to Lumley. Lumley into Payero. Nice. Playing out from the back. Denor. Casper plays it into Nunley to Barrett and Diaz. To the new left back. Denor playing it across to Cruz. Our new striker plays across Diaz. Oh, it was close. Left hand side. Play it across to Casper. Casper back to our new left back to Casper. Plays it across to Ola Aina. Shoots, and that's ambitious. Come on. We are absolutely dominating possession, by the way, in this game. Going to be a corner right before half-time. This could be a goal. Nunley whips it in. Marvin, yes, come on. 1-0 to Barnsley. And Marvin just hovering around this sort of area here. Gets his head onto it. Makes it 1-0 to Barnsley. Come on. Let's say we're doing well, but find another gear to win the match. And there's an injury straight away. It's easy. Fernandez Marcal then comes in as the CDM. Going to Nunley. Nunley has it. Plays it all to nobody. They clear it. Go in this. We do Payaro. To Fernandez, to Nunley, to Barron Diaz. The new left back, is he going to get an assist early on? Yes, he's got an assist first game and Diaz finishes it 2-0 to Barnsley. Come on, boys. I love this. Moneyball signing right here. Not wanted for some reason by his parent club, or his old club. We get the ball here and Broderick plays it into Diaz. Oh, it's calamitous from the centre back. Oh, maybe it doesn't go down as an assist now. No, it hasn't gone down as an assist. That's devastating because his match rating hasn't changed, even though he caused the whole problem. Going to get on as a mistake, I think, by their centre-back. That's something to look at, right? That's why, I mean, not maybe just that specifically, but you always need to contextualise your stats, especially in a sport that is as variable as football is. You know, they're completely, the left-back made that goal, but he's going to get nothing for it in the stats that we look at. He's got another one, and he's going to get that one, though. There it is, 3-0 to Barnsley. Come on, boys. Finally got a left-back who's dangerous from that side now. Well, when they are the predominant player that's going to be wide on that side, they have to be effective. Look, because our inverted forwards there, occupying the fullbacks, he's saying, go on, you got the space, you go and be dangerous. And we finally got a striker that can finish up front in Cruz, and it's 3-0 to Barnsley. I love this save. I love this team. It's amazing. Come on, boys. Love it, Barnsley. Oh, dear. Just put Callum when suddenly gets injured. Well, do you know what? I even find... Do you know what? I'm so confident. Navarro, you go on the wing, mate. I don't care. We're going to win this game. You have some minutes. Eventually, he's got to score, any. I've actually played him on the wing a lot off camera in games where I don't know, there was a game where I had everybody out and I need to put either him or Robinson from the start of left wing. Robinson's had enough chances at starting left wing. He doesn't seem to do well, Robinson. He's much better coming off the bench. I think it's because if I'm chasing the game or if I'm trying to see it out, he'll end up with a lot of the balls going to his side. And because he's like 5'11" and good in the air, he ends up being quite effective. But from the start, he's just not really quick enough and agile enough to be a good player. We'll say that was good. Well done, everybody. Brilliant episode. Good results, good transfer activity, good Moneyball strategy, and acquiring the right player and the correct player. That's another 2-month injury for us there. Patrick William comes in and gets a clean sheet immediately. That's also good. And we did it without Ryan Yates and a couple of other players as well. That was good to be able to win that game. Oh, that feels good. We're in a good position. And moving into next episode, I think what we'll do is we'll skip a few games here because we don't need to come back too early. Like even United Chelsea feels a little. I wish those two were reversed. So we're not going to learn too much here. Yeah, let's do either side of the months here. So let's come back for Reading and Wolves because we'll be either side of like March and April getting into that. And we'll know by then, and including those two games, whether we're going to be like in a relegation fight, whether we're going to be mid-table, or even pushing even higher than that into like top half. It could be any of those, to be honest with you. We win games that I expect us to lose, and we lose games, and then we lose games I expect us to win. So I honestly don't know how it could go. It could go either way. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll come back for those two games. We'll see how things are going, and that will conclude where we come back. And how things go between now and then will dictate where we come back after that point. But hopefully we should be good enough to stay up now. I'm feeling confident enough with our home form that we can stay up. Like, it's still only 7 points, and we've just had a good run. So, you know what I mean? It's not done by any stretch. But that is a good performance from us and a good result. And that's going to do the episode. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series and enjoying all the different things that we're doing within the episodes and all the Moneyball stuff that we did. I'm really enjoying it. The best series by a mile I've ever done. And you are the best audience I've ever had by a mile. Thank you to every single one of you that is watching. And I'll see you in the next one.